Found out I was a hookup girl before we got married, and he bought Koboko to use on me. Story time. I mean, what happens in the past stays in the past. And my husband dated for 3 years before we got married, and currently we've been married for 4 years. We have a son together, and our marriage has been so sweet, so blessed by God. So recently my friend asked me for some money, which I don't have, and I told her I did not have it. Out of anger and annoyance towards me, my friend went to tell my husband that I was into hookup before we got married. For this time, my friend was the only person who knew the line of work that I was doing before I married my husband. In fact, she was also in the same line of work. Both of us were hookup girls. Because of this whole borrow me money, I don't have money thing, she went to tell my husband something about my past, and she even showed him evidence, all of which I had been denying till everything fell apart. I was a hookup girl before I met my husband. In fact, the day this man met me, I was out for my business, yes. But when we started dating, that this man started to take care of me, it was actually very active in my life. I had to stop this line of work. I made good money from this job, I'm not gonna lie, but I never enjoyed it, and I always told myself that I was going to stop. It just needed me to meet the right person. Honestly, it was so hard to stop the street work, but 4 months into dating my husband, I stopped this work. I already had a lot of savings, so it was easy for me to dive into a business, and my husband also supported me. He also linked me up with his friends that patronized my business. I was with my husband. That was the time I actually first realized living to enjoy life, not living for survival mode. I'm the first daughter, and a lot of responsibilities were on my shoulder. It was terrible. Data is late, so I shouldered the responsibility and I put myself in survival mode. I needed to do anything I could do to survive and raise my family. My husband and I started dating. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. In fact, I aborted 2 pregnancies for him. It was the 3rd one that we decided to keep and start a family from, because he's from a very respectable family and he has a Christian background. First, his mother was not in support of him marrying me because I'm Igbo and I'm also from a very, very poor family. Everything was going well. We got married until 1.5 years ago when my friend went to tell my husband that I was into runs before I met him. And because of that, my husband went to conduct a DNA test on our son, which was, of course, his own. Ever since that day, this man never treated me the same way anymore. Any slightest provocation, he would beat me. I do not think just because you've done hookup in the past, I don't think that deserves you getting beaten up. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Your husband has always been a beast who is looking for ways to exercise his beast mode. Leave her if you don't want to marry her. It's not by force. I come late from work, like my shop, this man would ask me questions. He would check my phone, he would check my pan. In fact, he always accuses me of sleeping around. If he sees any male conversation on my phone, he would accuse me of sleeping with the person and he would beat me up. I tried talking to his family members about this whole thing. They confronted my husband, and guess what? This man bought a Koboko and he started beating me with it. I reported him to the pastor, and he told me that there is nobody in this world that can tell him how to run his home. That he has married me, we are married, so whatever issues we have is between us. I don't have to bring a third party into it. Then he still beats me. I think that is making you women stay in this kind of relationships or marriages is because you have low self-esteem and you're yet to discover who you are. That's why I'll tell you, I poured my heart into writing Becoming That Girl ebook that every girl needs to read at least once in your life. This book is going to help you realize your values, set standards, healthy standards, let you realize who you are, your identity outside of your relationship, outside of marriage, outside of your children, outside of your job, your career, the woman you are supposed to be. That is what this book will show you. This book is super affordable compared to the value you're getting from it. It's just 7,000 naira, and the link to buy it is in my bio, so go get yours. The time my husband beats me so much that I had to go to the police station. When he was invited by the police, he took his lawyer along and he told them that it was just a domestic matter that we were going to solve it. If I report him to his parents would ask me, what did you do that made him beat you up? So this man is trying to set me up in a way that will make me tell his parents that I was a former runs girl. But the day his father actually called me and asked me if I've ever cheated on his son that made him to be beating me up this way. It's like you are not even focusing on the problem. What I did to deserve beating is not the point. Why you are beating me is the point. You cannot be beating a grown woman like she's a child. So everyone asking what did you do to deserve the beating is not the point. If you're not cool with a former runs girl, leave her alone. This man stopped taking me out to anywhere. He stopped taking me to church. He stopped taking me to parties. He stopped doing everything he used to do as a husband. Now he started cheating on me to my face. Like, he does not even hide the cheating. He cheats on me with audacity. The day I found out he was cheating and I confronted him, and this man gave me the beating of my life, and that was what made me summon the courage to go get my apartment. I got my own apartment and I furnished it. He found out that I already got an apartment and I moved out. He called me to come back to the house and I said no. And this man sent area boys to go and destroy my shop, which did not turn out well for them because me myself, I called police on them. I am loving your energy. To solve matters, I sent my lawyer over. He sent his lawyer over. They had a conversation, and then this man told them about how he invested in my business. And at the same time, this man arrested my brother, who he put in jail for 2 good months. My husband even went ahead to bribe the judge that was in charge of our case, so they had to rig the whole thing against him. My brother in prison for 2 months, my business crashing, my mental health down the drain, my husband asking for his investment in my business back, and the judge judging the matters or ruling the case against me. Everything just went crazy. Come along for part 2. Arrested my brother, frustrated me, put my brother in prison for 2 months. He actually also bribed the judge to rule the case in his favor so that I could either return back to him or I would return the money invested in my business, which was around 100 million naira. I mean, there was no way I would find the money. I ended up falling sick. I had to reconcile with my husband so that he would let my brother go from prison. And then we came together, had a conversation that I was going to become a full housewife if I came back to the house. That was the condition he gave me, and I had no choice than to accept because I wanted my brother out of prison. Also an agreement that if I come back to the house, he's never going to beat me again. And he said, okay. But 2 months into the house, me and this man had an argument, and he gave me the beating of my life. Ask this man the question I've always wanted to ask. Why won't you let me go? Since you don't like my past, you are not comfortable with it, let me go. Let's go our separate ways. He said he does not want to have his kids with multiple mothers, and that's number one. Number two, he has also invested so much in me that he cannot start all over again. This man frustrated me so much he would cheat to my face. In fact, he made me cut all ties with all of my friends. And that's not the craziest part of it all. He now turned me into a sex machine. Like, he made it seem like the only purpose I serve in this house is just to be giving him sex morning, afternoon, nights, whenever he wanted it, and I have no choice. This man would sleep with me anyhow. Like, he would literally rough handle me so much that it started to remind me of the days that I was doing hookup and what I used to experience. Now, he would sleep with me like an animal. I would derive no pleasure. Like, I would get no pleasure from it whatsoever. So I decided to go and get a toy so that when this man is done with whatever he wants to do, I can get my own pleasure. So this man found out that I bought a toy, and then he gave me the beating of my life. You, Seth, they talk say you they do one thing before. You can't still go buy toy in the same... He said that if I'm able to use a toy, that means that I don't get sexually satisfied by him anymore, which is because I was into multiple men before I met him. Then he called me poor, insulted my family. This man started sending money from my account, and when I check his phone, even though he already changed his password, I found out that whenever he takes money from my account, he will send to his side chicks to sponsor their vacations and a lot of things like that. And he would tell me to my face that I don't need money for anything. I confronted him about this, and this man gave me the beating of my life that I got admitted into the hospital. And when I got admitted, doctor told me that I just lost a pregnancy. Yes, he beat me to the point where I miscarried his child. And because of this, something in my brain just clicked. I started hating this man. I told myself that I was never going to have any other child for this man anymore, and I changed. I waited for this man to travel to Lagos for a project, and then I went to a resort in Calabar. And when I got there, I sent a text message to my husband that I want a divorce, and then I blocked him. He reported me to my family. No, this man, whenever he does something for my family, he would always post it. Like, he got a car from my mom, and then he posted the car that he got the car from my mom. When he got the car for me, he posted that he got a car for me. And note, the car he got for my mom and the car he got for me, they were both in his name. After I left the house and I was relaxing in the resort, I left my phone off for days, and I got to find out that my husband had gone to arrest my mom, and he detained my mom in the police station for 19 good days, and all this while I was unreachable. The reason why he detained my mom was because he thought my mom was hiding me. I remember that I already had my phone switched off. I was trying to plan because I don't have money anymore. This man just keeps taking money from my account and sending it to his side chick because he claims I don't need money. So I was trying to carefully plan my exit, what I would do next, how to do my business, because my business already going down. This man was taking my money. And I don't always keep my profits. I always reinvest my full profits into the business back. Finally, I came online and I got notifications, like a bunch of them, from my family members, from his family members, from my brother. I got voice notes from my lawyer talking about how my husband arrested my mother. The lawyer got involved immediately and was trying to get my mom out of prison. And immediately he got involved, they sent my mom, like they transferred her to another prison in another state. I carried myself and I went to my husband's family and I told them about everything that happened, and the man was like, yes, that the divorce is going to be the best option for the both of us. They called my husband to also come, and that was when I finally told his family about what happened, that yes, I was a hookup girl and that's the reason why this man wants to kill me. And his father said, you either choose to forgive her, not even because of her, like if you don't want to forgive her for the love, at least forgive her for your child. This time around, my husband was saying that, okay, that we should give him a last chance. And I said, no, I was adamant that I want the divorce. Then it was like, if he beats me one more time, his father is going to finally help me get a divorce. Even though my brother was already in support of me getting a divorce, I can leave that man's house once and for all. 3 3 days after they released my mom from prison, my mom that was arrested was even begging my husband for forgiveness. I don't even know why she did that, but my brother was supporting me. But the only problem was that my brother does not have money, so that pained him. He could not protect me, could not defend me as much as he would want to. I can say this entire experience made me, learn is that money and connection is way more important than evidence, because your evidence is not going to matter in the court of law. The reason why I'm writing this story is because a few days ago, my husband slapped me because I was on a call with someone. He don't know who I was talking to on the phone, and then he just slapped me. And he begged for forgiveness. Since we got back from the old family thingy, he has not changed. He still treats me like trash. He insults me. He cheats on me to my face. He still uses me as a sex machine. The only thing he does not do is he does not beat me as he used to beat me anymore. My mental health is down the drain because I don't have any peace in this house. Now I'm thinking, should I tell his father that this man has beaten me again, or I should keep quiet because this man is his father? He's not going to love me as much as he loves his biological son. So I don't know if I should do that. I've honestly thought of unaliving myself, but I'm too scared of leaving my daughter alone and I don't know what to do. I'm 25 and this man is 29, and I want you girls to tell me, if I want to run away, what can I do? How can I run? And if I want to start a business, what business can I start? Because I don't want to go into my old business. I know that I did hook up and I'm paying for it, but that does not mean that I'm worth a piece of shit or trash that somebody can treat me the way they want. First thing you need to do, girl, is to go and read Becoming That Girl ebook, because this book is going to help you realize your values, raise your standards, boost your self-confidence, help you learn how to teach you the next steps you're supposed to take, how to prioritize yourself, how to make decisions without looking back, without checking, without thinking of anybody, how to put yourself first. A lot of women are going through something like this and you don't even know what the next step is for you. The next step is for you to get the right mindset, and that is what Becoming That Girl ebook is going to do for you. This is the book that I personally wrote, and the link to get it is in my bio, so click it, go and buy, and then come back. Please advise her in the comment section, and to share stories with me, send an email to me at talktoperona@gmail.com, and I'll personally reach out to this lady myself.